we're hitting the home stretch. So wine number 3 or 4, 3 with an asterisk. We have unshackled Pinot Noir. And as I was saying off camera, Pinot is one of those grapes that is really kind of misunderstood. And actually later this year, I plan on doing a Pinot class, kind of like a master class on Pinot, just so you guys can taste through how different the grape is depending on where it comes from and the price point. So again, this is going to fall in like your $20 price point. California Pinot, I believe they said, what do we got here? We got North Coast, Napa Valley, which Napa Valley is going to be close to Carneros. Because the Carneros area in Napa is the only place in Napa cool enough to grow Pinot. Pinot needs love. It needs the right temperature, it needs the right climate, the right time of day, the right coverage. You know, it's very difficult to grow. And so you either do Pinot well or you don't do it very well. This one, I think is exceptional. It is a great example of what just California Pinot is, because it's not one specific area. If I had to say, this is probably like Carneros, Sonoma, Monterey, because I get some of the big cherry notes that you will find in like Monterey Pinot, but you do have that kind of Parisian pepper note to it as well. Really rich, really big, and like I said, it's kind of misunderstood. A lot of people see Pinot and they're like, it's not big. You know, it doesn't have big flavors like Cab. It's not really, you know, has those stripping tannins that Cab or Merlot can have. This is more of a balanced wine. Not going to be big alcohol. You know, you're usually about 13.5 when it comes to Pinot. Maybe you might see a 15, but that may be at the extreme edge. But I mean, it's really, you know, middle of the road alcohol. You do get a lot of that acidity to it. The tannins are really nice and smooth, but big flavors. You know, and that's where I think a lot of people that don't understand Pinot are missing out. Because I mean, and actually, I'm kicking myself because I would have thrown this in the ice bucket for about 15 minutes to get a little chill to it. You can do a little chill on Pinot, that's fine. Again, I think they got their classical pairings on here. Beef, veal, venison, poultry. You know, they say vanilla, a little oakiness to it. Black cherry. I definitely get the black cherry. Not a lot of vanilla. Again, I had to get some of these tasting notes from an outside source, so they weren't 100% right. But again, more kind of green pepper, cherry notes. Green pepper corn. Yeah, peppercorn. Yeah. Cherry. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's really good for me.
Have you ever had any Pinot Noirs from Oregon?
Yes. Yes. Oregon is kind of like our Burgundy. Yeah. You know, they produce Pinots at the same quality as they do in Burgundy, France. Not as expensive, but you know, phenomenal wines. Yeah, we'll get to that when we do, you know, down the road Pinot class and all that stuff. What you guys thoughts, comments, emotional outbursts?
This is very good for me.
Yeah. Again, $20 price point. I mean, you know, we're not, nothing here is breaking the bank.
Nice and smooth. Really good.
Yeah. And again, you know, Pinot, like one of the common pairings for Pinot is salmon too. Because, you know, you have Northwest, there obviously a lot of salmon. Man, this would definitely, if I could have, this is my thing. You know, we would have done maybe a little smoked salmon or with this, but we can't smoke any salmon here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had at one time back in my old life, running a cigar store. One of the deputy chiefs of police for Fort Worth Cliff Cook, who went on to become a chief of police somewhere up in the Northwest. He had come back and salmon fishing up there and brought back some fresh salmon, and he had smoked it on applewood.
Apple or old?
Mhm.
Apple or old?
Applewood, yeah. And brought it to me like vacuum packed and whatever. I mean, it was ready to go. So again, at the time I was a degenerate gambler at that time, so we had a standing Monday night poker night. Where we had guys that were like, okay, let me write you a check so we can keep playing. Love you, Mike. But I brought the salmon there with some crackers. We just literally opened it up, got some like Ritz crackers, and we're just like taking that salmon. Unfortunately, I don't think it went well with whiskey, but it would definitely. After a couple, everything goes good with whiskey.
Yep.
Everything goes good with whiskey.
Yes.
If it's good whiskey.
Absolutely.
If it's a $7 single malt scotch.
No. You guys enjoy this. We'll kind of take a little break, let you guys finish this up before we get into our last two wines. Stretch, potty break, more cheese, more shrimp. Guys, help yourself. I mean, we got plenty there, so.